Built-in guide for Yelan in just 2 minutes. Yelan is a Hydra Sub-DPS who uses a bow, and like Shikyo, she never gets old. Her elemental skill increases Yelan's speed and leaves threats on the enemy she approaches. When the skill ends, the threats break, dealing damage to enemies proportional to Yelan's health. There's also up to a 34% chance, depending on how many enemies you trap with the threats, that Yelan enters on the breakthrough stage. This effect makes Yelan's charge attacks to charge an 80% faster and become explosive if the team is out of combat for at least 5 seconds. The damage of these explosive attacks are calculated based on Yelan's health. Her burst is very similar to Shinkyu's. When used, it deals Hydra damage in an area of effect, followed by a dice that deals Hydra attacks when attacking enemies with basic attacks with any other character on the team. The damage of this skill is also calculated based on Yelan's maximum health. Her first passive increases Yelan's health when there are different elements on the team, up to a maximum of 30% extra health. Her second passive increases the damage of the character currently active by 1% while her burst is active, increasing by an additional 3.5% per second, up to a maximum of 50% extra damage. The best 5-staff world weapons for Yelan are the Aqua Simulacra, the Elegy of the End, the Silver Shower Hairstrings, and the Skyward Harp. And for 4-star weapons, the Fabulous Warbow, the Stringless, the Moon's Moan, and the Sacrificial Bow. For artifacts, the best option will be the Emblem of Severed Fate, looking for HP in the Sands, Hydra damage in the Goblet, and critical in the Circlet. For stats, look for Energy Recharge, HP, and Critical. Her use is very similar to Shinkyu's and will fit on the same teams as him. Above all, she is very useful on Vaporize or Lunar Charge teams. For Vaporize, it's best to pair her with a Pyro main DPS like Arlecchino or Mabuika, keeping in mind that you'll get much more out of her passive if all the characters have different elements. For Lunar Charge, you can pair her with Lins or even create a team for both reactions, with a Pyro DPS and Electro Sub-DPS, and a support with another element. You can obviously also put her on Bloom teams if you pair her with a Dendro character, or on Frozen teams if you pair her with Creo characters. Her best constellation is her C1, which gives us 2 charges of her elemental skill, which will also help us gain elemental energy more often, and slightly reduces the energy recharge she needs so we can focus on other stats and teams.